Live
ACU.
from the ACU of Texas Studios.
This
is the Clear Lake Today Podcast Network.
I host, but you do the intro?
Yeah?
Wow.
You know I got the voice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cape.
And welcome to the Cape Complainers. Got him. Had it both ways.
I know, you win.
Gross.
I know. Hello,
Both
everybody.
ways.
Welcome to the Cape Complainers. Joining me, as always, are the Cape Complainers. Tim Tam, thank you, ma'am. Flip Floppy can't stop. He's not here, but I'm in the need for Reed. And Devin.
Because nothing rhymes with Devin.
Nothing works for that.
11 rhymes with Devin. There's plenty of things, Flippo.
Right, well, okay, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good name.
11, heaven, 7.
Oh, there you go, Devin.
Heaven.
Yeah, Devin in heaven. Yeah, 7 minutes in heaven with Devin. There you go. It's a longer name, but we got there. Anyways, today we are talking Titans, the season 3 episode. What is it? 4 or 5 are we on right now?
Episode 4.
There are 5 episodes out right now.
Yeah,
Man,
5 episodes out right now. It's on HBO Max, streaming. Watch it. That's what we're talking about. But before we go into that, Devin, you have a fun little warm-up for us.
I have some of our favorite little Cape Patheticals. So let's just dive right in. Greg, if extra lives were a thing in the real world, how would you get them?
Extra lives are... Honestly, the realistic way would be just kind of like just eating, like you would have to like buy it, you'd have to earn it. It would be a rich guy thing. I think it should be you have to take the life from another one. So let's say I have to take Tim's, kill him, and I take his life.
So like, is this like a sorcerer thing? Like,
yeah,
I want an extra life, a life for a life.
Highlander rules. There can be only one.
I
just
would
gonna
kill
spend the rest
you.
of his life killing everyone.
I agree.
That's true. I think Tim would kill you.
I agree. Tim would put up a way bigger fight than I would, but
I don't think I would be able to kill you, but I think Flippo would be able to kill all of us.
I know. I think that Greg would go in there with a knife while you were sleeping, and he'd stab you, but the knife would break on your hard pecs, and you would snap his neck.
I think Greg and I are too nice to kill other people.
Yeah, I don't think y'all have the balls.
Greg already almost tried to murder someone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We've had this conversation about killing people.
We have
already.
I know, and it all comes out of context for people who don't know what the heck we're talking about. It's just like, okay, all right.
Tim, if you were forced into gladiatorial combat but could only choose a weapon that isn't typically considered a weapon, what non-conventional weapon would you choose?
A chainsaw.
It's still a weapon. It's a weapon, bro.
No, it's not. It's a weapon against trees.
I guess it depends on what you're fighting. If you're fighting Groot, it's a weapon.
Yeah,
dude, Army of Dead.
True.
That's what I want to say. Army of Dead.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't invented to kill people. It was invented to chop down trees.
That's fair.
A giant microwave that I just push someone in and shut it, and then beep 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 beep. Like kick ass.
Love it. So just a microwave.
A giant microwave like in kick ass, or a chainsaw if I can't have the chainsaw.
Gotcha. All right. Good choices, Tim. Good choices, Tim.
Thanks.
All right, Flippo. If you were required by law to have a full body tattoo, what would it be? What would it look like?
That's full body tattoo. I don't know.
Everybody's were so much better than mine. Like
Flippo's-
questions.
Flippo's
So,
probably just
there's
thinking-
so many. There's like God. There's so many tattoos out there though. Like
Flippo's
each.
just thinking an all white tattoo
Oh, God,
randomly
no.
sprinkled on my body.
I would get
No.
I would get a tattoo of my full body. Like it's just me in like a T pose on my chest.
But
When
with
you start
abs.
working out a lot, Greg, you're gonna regret it.
Each arm, each leg.
I
It'd be
mean,
like
it could
a
be.
different
It could,
theme.
yeah, it could
It'd be
be if you
different.
want to.
It would be like video games, pinups, probably.
Those pinups are gonna look real rough in a few years. Flip.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't say how long they had to last, bro. Probably wolves.
I dig it. Would you have any face tattoos? Full body, I imagine, is from like the neck down.
So like full body.
Have a face
Are
tattoo?
you saying full body as in if I put on a long sleeve shirt and pants, you can't tell I have tattoos? Type of full body?
Yes. Doesn't count your face, but
No.
you could if you want.
I wouldn't tattoo my face.
Gotcha.
I would not be a Post Malone.
But it's
All right,
required by law.
You go to
If
prison
you had to.
like Post
Yeah,
Prison,
right.
Malone.
Well, if
and then
I
they
had
give
to,
you
yeah,
a penis tattoo on your nose.
Like you had to get a tattoo, but they do the courtesy of letting you pick. Like
Yeah.
yeah. They're like, hey,
All
we're
right,
not
since-
monsters. You gotta have
I
it for the
mean-
rest of your life. But you know.
All right, for everybody. If you had to prove you were human and not an AI in 5 minutes, or you would be shot in the head but you have to prove it via a text conversation. How would you do it?
Dick pic.
You up?
Mine's more real. I don't know binary. So I'd be like, if I talk to me in binary and I could prove I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But what if they don't know binary?
Well, then that proves we're both human.
And also, what if they think you're lying about not knowing binary?
Yeah.
Well, then that's like their opinion.
What would you text, Devin?
I would text, but I would have a whole bunch of typos in it.
And that makes you
Yeah,
human.
because he would do
Actually,
voice text like he
yeah,
normally
I-
does.
I would do
Yeah.
one of those little "I'm not a robot" captchas.
Yes, that's so smart.
Yeah, I'd do
And
that and be like, aha.
Flippo, if we're being fair, not all the time that I've got all those typos, I'm doing voice to text. I just don't proofread. So just
I just assume you're doing voice to text. I'm like, okay.
Sometimes I do, but if I'm not, it's still
It's
just
Greg
typos.
does it too.
I do voice
Greg would
to
do
text.
voice to text.
Yeah,
And-
I do it all the time. It's definitely become a crutch to me. I'm an old man now. Like,
He's like, I don't even know how to write anymore.
for real, I'm spoiled. Like spelling has become a chore. There was like I couldn't figure out how to spell like sense, like as in like I can sense something. Like I was like, how the hell do you spell sense? And I was
Hey,
like,
Greg,
I had to pull out
Greg,
voice to
you,
text.
You want to play some Scrabble?
Wait, Greg. Spell sense right now.
SENSCE.
Wrong.
Dude, you're wrong.
What is it?
So easy.
Hold on, wait. Hey,
And-
sense. Yes. No, I was right. SEN. It's still doing voice to text. Hang on. SEN. Well, shit. It's gone too far because I kept talking, but I spelled it right.
SENSE.
Yeah, I spelled
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah, but you
You
said
added a C in it.
Yeah.
There was a C. SENSCE. Yeah, SENSCE.
Are you sure you're
Greg's
not
phone
saying wrong?
sucks at spelling just as much as he does.
No, SENSE. Oh, you're right. I did add a.
Anybody got a hypothetical for Devin?
Hypotheticals.
Do you think? I kind of want to see how he spells hypotheticals now.
Well, no, I'm not gonna have to spell it. I'm just trying to do one. If you could increase and decrease any characteristic about yourself in the same amount, what characteristics would you choose? So, say like you could max.
I think
your...
we've done this one before. It's the
Well, then-
Skyrim.
Well, in
right?
that case, what food would you be if you were food? How about that then, Devin? Bagel.
No, I think I'd be a gummy bear.
You'd be a hair in like in a piece of gum.
What? What kind of food are you eating? I'd be a gummy bear, Greg.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
All right. So we're talking Titans, right?
Right.
We're talking season 3. Let me give us a quick recap of season 1 and 2. So in season 1, we're introduced to the Titans as they try to prevent the apocalypse from Rachel, which is AKA, oh shit, I forgot her name, Raven, and her father Trigon taking over the world. In this version, the Titans are Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, Hawk and Dove.
Mhm.
So, and at the very beginning of season 2, they beat up Trigon and they keep moving. And Robin officially reinstates the Titans in San Francisco. We get some new people. We meet Donna Troy. We meet
Who's Donna Troy?
Donna Troy is like Wonder Woman.
Okay.
We get introduced at some point to Connor Kent
Hawken.
and Crypto. We also meet what's the Aqualad, right? Is that the
Yes.
We meet
Yeah.
Aqualad at some point. Jason Todd comes in, and
You
you're
met
also
Aqualad?
in one episode. He dies, I think.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
episode,
yeah.
right?
I remember
Yeah.
now.
We meet Rose, which is Deathstroke's daughter. You meet Deathstroke, and you also get to meet Bruce Wayne. You never actually meet Batman, but you do meet Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne has sent Jason Todd to go stay in San Francisco with Dick Grayson in order to kind of learn and be less of a dick.
Learn how to get
In season 2, Dick Grayson also takes on the Nightwing persona. Did you have something you wanted to say, Greg?
Oh no. I was just pigtailing. Go ahead.
Gotcha. So then we get to season 3. So I've watched all the episodes of season 3 so far, and so far what it seems like is
No, you haven't.
I have.
It's not
You
all
haven't
out
seen
yet.
episode 5. You just
said-
said it earlier.
I didn't realize how many episodes there were. I thought there were only 4, but I guess
What
I
was
was
the
wrong.
last
Because
episode
the last
you
one-
watched?
It was the one where you learn how Jason Todd becomes Red Hood.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
never mind.
that was the most. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was the most recent one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I miscounted because when I first watched it, the first 2 episodes were already out.
Can I go
What are
first?
you? So, I was gonna ask. So, what are y'all's thoughts on the episode? Because I've seen all of them so far. I know episode 1 to episode 5 apparently.
Which okay. That my biggest thing was you like glitched out on my screen. My biggest thing with the show is it does a lot of things. One of your a hair got in my mouth. It does a lot of things really, really, really good.
Right.
It's
Don't
like
make out with your cat before the episode, man.
actually I think that might have been my hair, but
I thought that was that hairy food he was eating.
it was Devin, but it gets a lot of things really right. Like I absolutely love. Oh, I'm the worst. I love
Is it-
the actor who plays Bruce Wayne, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing him in the suit. And I don't know why DC shows have this thing where they can't use Batman for some reason.
Which it's weird because the whole thing was that they're doing movies with these characters, but
Yeah,
here they are
they're
on
not
the
allowed to-
CW putting Superman in his own show.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that. I mean, or at least they've always shied away from Batman. But anyways, I would love him to be in the suit. It does Gotham really well. It does a lot of certain characters, and suits are really cool. But it also does a lot of things really, really, really wrong. And the stuff it does wrong, it makes it unwatchable for me. And I can't get past the cringe to watch the cool stuff. And like, for example, I love the way Jason Todd's Red Hood looks. I'm like, I love it. It looks cool. He's got the voice, sounds cool. I can't stand the actor who plays him. He is a
I'm gonna be
whiny
honest,
little
I
B-word.
I didn't for a long time. I thought the helmet itself was really weird. It
Yeah.
looked way too bulky, but the more I've watched it, the more it's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah,
I
Especially-
feel the same way, Devin. I feel
And
the same way.
And I think it's because of his hood. When he's got his hood on over the helmet, I think that's what partly makes it look fat.
it's
But again,
very
it's
wide.
it's grown on me a little bit.
But I mean, like, and that's the thing. Like, it does a lot of things that look cool, like the suit and everything. But I just can't get past that guy. And like, for example, the newest episode, whenever he was talking to this Molly girl, and just saying, just like, "Do you still think you could save me?" It's just like, shut the fuck up. I can't stand him. He just like, it's just bad writing, layered with good looking costumes. And and it's one of the main reasons why I can't really get into the show.
Because of the writing.
Yeah, because well, basically just for the like the bad stuff far outweighs the good for me in this show. That
Is
like,
is the storyline a problem for you? Like, did it shies away by like?
no, because
I assume
season
Foucault doesn't care about spoilers.
no because season one
No, I got
Well, season 1, I really did enjoy this. Like, for example, the storyline. I loved it whenever we got Trigon. I was like that, and that's where I mean it has things that are good. It's like, wow, this is really good, but we had to deal with bullshit to get there, and it's just like it's just a bad. It's definitely a show that I can easily and do not feel bad fast forwarding through.
Tim or Flip? Oh, well, Flippo has no opinion because he hasn't seen the pilot yet. Tim, do you have tell us your thoughts on season 3 so far?
It was rough starting, I believe, but my favorite episode was this last episode, episode 5. It was just, in my opinion, better than the rest of the season. Also, last episode 4, whenever Jason Todd calls up Hawk crying.
Oh, yeah.
Like that whole thing, I knew it was a setup. I knew it in my core, but I really wanted Hawk to be there to help him. So I was really hoping they would turn it around and make it like a cliche, we saved Jason Todd's soul kind of moment, you know?
Yeah.
I had a thought on that. If you don't mind for me speaking 1 second.
I do mind, Devin.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. My thought was, I think that Hawk knew it was a trap as well. I'm going to start there. But I'm wondering if the reason that Hawk was targeted was because he could have been the one person who did get to Jason and turn it around. Because he did say he had that like weird, like that little bit of rapport with him on the phone call. He felt like he could be honest with him.
I feel like it's because he's the one that could do the most damage to the group, like splitting them up wise. Because Dove was so attached to him, Nightwing was so attached to him, but Nightwing had that weird Batman thing where he doesn't want to kill people and he wants to try and save Jason Todd. Like, I just think it would have created the most polarizing effect within the group to take him out. And, he couldn't hurt freaking Connor at all. And I think if he put it in Beast Boy could just morph and it would fall out. Or maybe he didn't understand how it would work with Beast Boy's anatomy. So his only 3 options were Dick, Hawk, and Dove, and Starfire, but she's an alien. He doesn't know her anatomy very well either.
Yeah. The human players.
Yeah. I also wanted to say, I don't like Starfire's story at all. It just seems so random and odd. And she has a weird power that doesn't match the comics. And I'm just like, why are you giving her green eyes when you're not giving her green laser blasts?
Well, I think they're kind of trying to smash into 2, I'm going to do quotes here, big storylines with Starfire's sister and also doing the Red Hood storyline, trying to fill a season. And so they really kind of watered down. Is it Black Star or Blackfire? Blackfire. They're really watering down the Blackfire storyline as well as the Red Hood storyline, using Scarecrow.
That newest episode was really good for the Red Hood storyline.
Yeah, but watered down in the sense of like they're using Scarecrow instead of the Joker as the central creator of the Red Hood and all that stuff.
And they're also using Nightwing instead of Batman to be the guy who goes after him and is learning all this stuff.
Like they're using snippets of these major storylines, and that is what's creating this watered down, dumbed down version of this.
Well, man, I'll tell you, I think that's one of the things that this show has an issue with is that they try to put a bunch of different bigger storylines in one thing. Because I agree. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Starfire's storyline. I don't understand what's going on with her either. She's fucking batshit crazy right now.
Yeah, well,
she's all over the place.
That's just DC TV though. Like Arrow did the same thing in The Flash. They tried to do the Flashpoint paradox while changing the characters. Like Oliver Queen is now the Batman and all that stuff. And it's just kind of like, I don't know what it is about the DC TV, but they just have to change it.
I think they know the characters that aren't going to receive as much welcome from the fans, and they try to change it to make it where they would receive more welcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will say that despite everything, I do think it's really cool that it's cool to still see a live action version of the Red Hood. It's no Jensen Ackles, but
Oh,
no, yeah.
it's a really cool thing. And I like that. I'll say this. Go ahead.
I like that they added the voice modifier because I would not be able to stand it if it was that kid's
whiny,
voice.
whiny little boy. I cannot.
I would
stand
not
him.
be watching it at all.
He makes it unwatchable. I cannot stand it when he's on screen.
And I will say that I'm not a huge fan of him like as an actor on the screen, but as the Red Hood in the suit,
It looks
totally
good.
fine
Yeah,
with it.
when you can't see his face or hear the actor, it's golden.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I also wanted to say another thing I want to complain about is they've made literally every character in the show super smart. Like Beast Boy was doing all these chess moves and he knew all the chess move names and he knew random facts about them. I understand Connor because he's half Lex Luthor and Lex Luthor's supposed to be the smartest man on the planet. I get that one. I get Dick Grayson being a good detective because he was trained that way. But Beast Boy randomly out of nowhere knows all of this random
Because people only really know how to write Batman. So whenever they're writing, they don't do
part
that.
of me also thinks that it's probably because of where he grew up, in like the Doom Patrol house with all those smarty people. I mean,
that's true. He didn't have much. Well, he didn't even play chess. He had video games in his room, right?
Yeah,
Why would he have played chess with them?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's a reader.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say, I have been bad mouthing the show, but one thing I will say about the show that I do like that is really cool is it does do some nice fan service, because we talked about like we would never be able to see some of these characters on screen without these kind of shows. For example, we got a really cool Scarface dummy. We got the Two-Face coin. We got Joker cards. We got the badass Ra's al Ghul sword. We got alluded to Catwoman with her goggles and whip.
Scarecrow's
Scarecrow's
mask.
and
a scare formula.
Yeah, so like we got a good look at Batman's trophy room for the first time, really, and it's like really cool to see.
And the
that
holographic Tyrannosaurus Rex bones in the background.
and you get to actually get like we never have gotten the Batman trophy room before.
What is in his trophy room?
Giant pin. Well, comic. He's got the big Two-Face penny. He's got the giant T-Rex.
But I think in this one, the penny's also holographic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but like he's like, it's just cool actually getting to see like Page on screen, and it's cool.
Yeah,
I will say that his monitor bat computer setup is a little dinky.
Well, that's TV
yeah, compared to every other major. Medium for showing Batman.
That's TV. Yeah. They're like, we're limited, all right? You got the trophies.
It's like, you got the trophies, but all we're going to give you is this little desk with a few screens in it. Think like Star Trek. That's what it looks like.
I also want to say, while we're on saying good stuff about the show, the scene where Red Hood revealed himself to the mob bosses of Gotham, with the exception of a few small parts, it was like straight out of the comic, the graphic novel,
movie.
Yeah, and the animated movie. It was so good, I thought.
Yeah. I did too. That's when I was like, "Ooh, that's badass." I know where they're going with this, and then I didn't.
And like it does, and that's what
I hated the Joker though. Hated the Joker's laugh.
Yeah. I do think the physical movement of the Joker while he was doing the beating was pretty spot on for what I would imagine of like the whole like very loose all the way back, like that silhouette I thought was really well. I agree with you. The laugh was kind of Here's my question to you guys: how do you feel about the fact that Batman did murder?
That's one of the parts in the TV show that I feel like they're trying too hard to be cringy, which makes it actually cringy rather than cool cringy. You know?
Yeah.
So I did not like it.
Because I'm really curious about Greg, because I know that Greg. When we were talking about Invincible, he was talking about he's a huge fan of when we go like when they start going off script and you kind of know what's going to happen, but then they just like flip it on you. So I'm curious.
I agree with how Tim said it, because I'll go back to everyone's favorite, Batman versus Superman, where Batman does controversial things, where he might kill people. But I mean, I think it's all about how it's written, and then in the show, it's not very good. So
The live action Batman vs Superman.
yeah,
movie? Oh, okay.
Zack Snyder. Sorry, I guess I
Okay,
should have
gotcha.
So,
put a
like,
stamp on it.
yeah.
It
I
depends
do
on how it's
want to
done.
give Flippo some context really quick, Greg. So hold your thought. So
Oh.
in like the first like 3 episodes,
Of the
Todd
first
dies.
season or of season 3?
Of season 3, Jason Todd
Okay.
dies. Okay, and again, he finds the Joker. Batman's out of town, so he says, "Don't go after him." And he decides, "I'm gonna go after him anyway," and dies. And so later, you find out that the Joker, after he's killed Robin, he turns himself in. So nothing happens, and he goes, and Dick goes to visit and talk with him and with Bruce. And then I guess Bruce decides that him and Barbara are right, that he's what's wrong with Gotham. And so before he decides to quit being Batman and hand the city over to Dick, he goes to Arkham and kills the Joker with a crowbar. And then he comes, and we all know this because he comes back,
Okay.
breaks into Dick's room in the middle of the night, drops a bloody crowbar and says, "It's all you, man," and then just disappears.
The city's all yours. Be a better Batman than I was.
And that's what I mean, where, as I was saying before, I think it depends on how it's written and done. That was really kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And, like they can say, like, to Zack Snyder, like, it's so blasphemous that you made Batman kill. It's so uncomic booky. I'm like, have you seen Titans, what they did? That's really uncomic booky and uncharacteristic for Bruce. And so, basically, I just hated it.
Yeah, me too. And
Um,
building upon that scene that Devin just described to you, Flippo, how cool would it be if we saw Dick Grayson in the Batman suit?
Ooh,
Because I really
I'd love-
like this Dick Grayson. I didn't at first, but he's really grown on me over the seasons. And I think as an actor, he's finally understood what he needs to be portraying. And at the beginning, he didn't, or at least that was the cringy writing. But I would like to see him in the bat suit.
I think part of the Nightwing thing is that he, like in the very first season, he's very serious. He doesn't really like that he's doing it, but he does it to help. But in the comics, he's less serious. He's more jokey. He's a little bit more like a combination of like Spider-Man and Daredevil is in the comics. But in the first time you see him fight in season 3, you can tell he's in it. He's having fun. He's joking around, especially as he like beats people up and just like slams his Eskrima sticks on the rail and just shocks the hell out of everyone.
That was
I
badass.
thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, Devin, Spider-Man and Daredevil are both Marvel, and we're talking
I
about
know.
DC right now.
Get
Please
it
stick to the topic at hand.
So-
How do you?
Opinion wise, who played the better Joker, Titans or Gotham?
Gotham.
Well, you don't really
I think
see
so.
the Joker. All you see is like an outline and a laugh. That's it.
Yeah.
You
Gotham.
never
And a laugh.
physically see him. You see.
I
and
guess
you
who
don't
has
see
the
that
better
for, like, 2
laugh
seconds.
I wanted, whenever watching Jason Todd die, I wanted to hear a Joker voice, a Joker laugh, not that bullshit that we got, and I wanted to hear the iconic lines, forehand or backhand.
And
Yeah.
well, Flippo brought up an interesting thing, like bringing up Gotham. I don't understand why Gotham got special treatment with the Joker, because I think it would have actually been appropriate, or at least good, to at least maybe have included the Joker into the story. Write him some stupid lines, you know what I mean? Actually make that moment feel something, because since they've introduced Jason Todd, I haven't given a crap about him. It's like, I don't like the actor. They're rushing his things. Like they even did that stupid announcement like on Twitter. It's like, do we save Jason Todd in the show? It's like, you're rushing it and it's stupid. And
They
it's,
should have made an emotional connection with us first.
yeah, like write these characters. Quit just phoning it in, doing silhouettes in the background and people dying off screen.
It does make me think of the line from The Dark Knight where he's like, "Nobody cared about me until I put on the mask."
I would have
Nobody
liked
cared
to see
about
that.
Jason Todd until he put on the red hood.
Yeah.
I also want to say, to compliment Greg's comment, yeah, they should have made a connection. They should have made us like Jason Todd in season 2 and in season 3. And then maybe at the end of season 3, after Hawk saves him, after he's turned a leaf, then make him die and become Red Hood.
Yeah.
Like that just would have been way better.
And you know
Like
what else?
tease that he's gonna be Red Hood, don't make him Red Hood, and then make him Red Hood.
Yeah.
And you know what else? I understand that he is a Robin. He is a protege of Batman. But like even after he died in the comics, he went through extensive training to learn how to use guns the way that he does.
Yeah.
And so where the hell does he get this
They're-
gun training
It's rushed.
in like
They're
10
just
minutes?
rushing. They're
It's
honestly, they're doing the exact same thing the Flash, the Arrow did. It starts off kind of good, and then they just throw out all of their storylines to the point where there's nothing left, and it becomes trash. This case, every season is a huge storyline, and like they're gonna run out.
They're trying
I
to
do-
yeah, they're just trying to give us content that they know we want. And they don't even care if they take the time with it. And we want them to take the time with it, but they don't think they'll have the audience if they take their time
Yeah,
with
like
it.
we're gonna
I
get
think the
canceled, so we got to
reveal-
get it all out.
I think the reveal to the rest of the team, we already know who the Red Hood was, but I think the reveal to everybody else happened way too fast. It
Yeah.
should not have happened in that first episode.
Yeah.
They should
Definitely
have
not.
gave it. Yeah, that should be like a mid-season finale. Then be like, what?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
telling they're not telling the story for people who have never heard of these people. They're telling the story for people who already know everything about what's going on, and so they just assume everybody knows.
Oh, there was a really cool moment. I don't know if you guys might have seen this. You guys might not have. So right after Jason Todd dies, the reason that Dick starts going off on Bruce is because he's down in the Batcave, and there gets a signal on the Bat computer, and he looks at it, and it is like a whole nother list of kids that Batman is thinking about recruiting. And I think one of them's Tim Drake. I think is
It
who
wasn't Tim
supposed
Drake,
to be.
no.
Okay, I
No,
thought
that
I
was a
heard him say
different kid.
Tim, so I wasn't sure.
But Tim Drake was given like 2 scenes in
Okay,
one of
that's
the
what I thought it
episodes.
was. Yeah, but it's like him, Stephanie Brown, is that her name?
Yeah.
Carrie Kelly, Duke Nukem.
Well,
I
Carrie,
don't remember his
Duke
name.
Nukem.
Duke
Well,
Nukem.
Carrie Kelly doesn't happen until Old Man Bruce, doesn't it?
I know, but they still kind of hint as her because you see her with the blonde hair and the really thick glasses.
No. See,
And
they're
so-
even rushing Robins. Like they just
Well, no,
they
no,
don't know.
I think it was just a nod to it because they nothing ever comes of it. You just see that he is still recruiting, which is weird because in the comics when Jason dies, Batman's like no more Robins until Tim Drake is like I'm a
Impresses
better
him.
detective than a fighter. You want to see me do something?
Okay.
Yeah.
What? what?
Kelly.
Oh, I think he's looking up Carrie.
What?
Oh,
Kelly.
yeah.
You're not
just
muted.
Yeah,
local
it's Carrie-
kid.
I was looking up Carrie Kelly, Daxton Chill, Stephanie Brown, and Duke Thomas.
I don't know
Dude,
who the
yeah.
hell Daxton Chill is.
That is the 4 photos that was on his computer. Daxton Chill, 17-year-old mechanic and a member of the teenage collective known as We Are Robin.
Oh, gotcha.
Goes by
yes,
the
I do know
nickname
that.
Dax Attacks.
Because that's also the same. The We Are Robin collective was also where Duke Thomas came from. How do you guys feel about Barbara?
I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I sometimes I think she's a good Barbara, sometimes I don't.
It kind of goes back to what we were. I mean, honestly, the main point goes back to it. They're just rushing everything, and they're not actually letting you become invested in anybody. If you're not the main 4 or 5 Titans, we don't know who you are emotionally, or we don't care.
Yeah. It was weird that she was missing a leg, right?
Is she missing a leg?
They're just trying
Yeah.
to change. Yeah, they're just
I don't
trying
know
to
if I noticed.
change her. They're trying to change her origin.
It captured my
you know?
attention the whole first 3 episodes. I was like, does she only have 1 leg or 2 legs? 1 leg or 2
Are
legs?
they-
And then I
is
realized
it-
it's just
Is
one.
it Barbara after her accident?
Yes.
Yes.
that
Like I
what
think
they're trying
in
to do?
lieu of getting shot, I think the Joker cut her leg off.
Well, she mentions that she got shot
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I think
by the
that it
Joker.
was
So I
both.
think she lost her limb after being shot, maybe?
that or he did
I-
both.
I have mixed feelings. I think as a police chief, I get it, but she comes across really cold to everybody.
But also, wouldn't you, if everybody left you in your time of need? Like,
Yeah.
Bruce
And-
probably wasn't there for her. Dick moved off to San Francisco. Like,
Yeah.
Plus, I'll say the whole God, I'm losing my train of thought.
Okay.
She said that Batman like never even contacted her after her father died, even though he died due to Batman. So yeah, I mean, I do think she had a really good point about. Yes.
I was saying this Barbara Gordon actually does not have her leg.
Yeah,
the
I-
actress doesn't.
Yeah, I assumed
yeah,
as
the
much.
actress.
yeah. I think it's cool that they are hiring people who are disabled to play disabled roles rather than people without disabilities playing disabled roles.
Like Glee.
I have no idea what you said.
Oh, I said, well, I like Glee.
Oh,
The
yeah.
handicapped kid in Glee wasn't handicapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was the best dancer they had. and
Yeah.
They decided to put him in a
One thing that I don't like is I don't like that Jim's dead. Jim Gordon. And Alfred. I mean,
Dude.
Learning that Alfred was dead and that they just brushed by that, I was like, what?
yeah, like you went 3 seasons and you finally mentioned the guy, and it's like, come on. But I mean,
And
I
as a
I will
throwaway,
say
Yeah.
the most savage remark that was said, I think, in the whole thing was when Barbara was talking about Dick about like, oh, be a better Batman. Don't you think that's fucked up taking on your father's role? And Dick's just like, yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
burn.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right.
And then you could tell he was like, I regret it.
yeah.
But final thoughts, folks. Give us your final thoughts. And Flip, I want to hear your first thoughts based on everything that we've said. Do you think you would watch it?
No.
I didn't ask you, Greg.
yeah, it's like concept's really cool, but y'all thrash it so much that you don't want to watch it. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I still want to watch it. Like I'm still going to watch it all the way through. I enjoyed it enough to.
Because you're invested in it.
I'm
I-
going to continue watching it as well, but I really hope the directors and producers somehow stumble upon this podcast and are like, they're right, man. We are rushing through it.
Yeah.
Tim,
Let's
you
make
should-
it
Is
a
it-
good show starting now.
That was.
And if
Is
you
it
guys
the
hear this
same-
and you still don't change it and make it good, come on this podcast and fight me in person, you cowards.
You know what,
Is it this
Tim?
Is it the same director for every episode?
No.
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 And you know
yeah,
what,
TV
Tim?
doesn't do that.
Tim, Greg, you should send this to the WB.
I will.
I don't
I'm
think it's
emailing
the
it now.
Same director every episode, but I don't think they change every episode either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my final thoughts is like I would like to watch it, but it's definitely something I have to keep fast forwarding through because there are a lot of things I don't care about. I truly wish, like what Tim said, yeah, I wish in a magical world they would take advice and be like, yeah, let's take our time with it. But I will agree, DC is scary territory. You never know if you're gonna get another episode, you know? And so I mean, good luck to them. I won't watch you, but I wish you the best. Some things are cool.
You know, I hands down think that Nightwing is the best person in this whole show. He's my
Agreed.
favorite.
But
And he's my
actor,
favorite-
yeah,
he's one of my
actor and
favorite
everything,
heroes.
great. Yeah.
I told you when I first saw him in the Nightwing suit, based on like the comics, he's got the butt for it.
He's got the the Batman's got the lips, Nightwing's
Well,
gonna have the ass.
Well, that's one of the things that people were talking about when they first said he was his Nightwing in a suit. Is does he have the butt? Because the butt's the big thing. In the comics, they even say you've got the best butt of a superhero. But that's not. That's not.
Is
where
it
I'm
is it better than
Um,
is it better than Caps?
That's
yeah.
America's ass. It's different. It's
Yeah,
patriotic.
We gotta put Devin on a no-fly list now. You fucking
Yeah.
terrorist.
Yeah,
Um,
Caps is like your grandpa's ass. You got to respect it.
Yeah.
respect it,
yeah.
but you're not gonna spank it.
Yeah,
Respect it, or it's gonna
Nightwings is
Make you go
Nightwings.
grab a switch.
Yeah, Nightwings you look at on a lonely night makes you feel safe and warm.
On an
And then you can go
OnlyFans
eat some
page.
cookies afterwards.
All right.
I do want to point out. I was gonna say this and I totally forgot. Beast Boy. I think it's really interesting that I think he's got to study animals in order to turn into them. Because in the comics, it's just an innate ability. You think it, you do it, but here you watch him like on the computer. What am I going to do next? And he's just studying. What is it? Polar bears,
yeah.
whales, something. He's just studying, trying to be like, how am I going to do this? I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I will continue to watch it because I'm enjoying it enough. And I would like to see it continue, but like better. I want to see them start taking their time with it. But I'd like to see, if they took their time with it to continue on to where they have like the Red Hood and the Outlaws team as well.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And then like a couple of maybe its own season if Red Hood never takes off his mask.
Yeah, recast Red Hood and I'll watch it. That's good.
Give us a Red Arrow.
You know that's not going to happen.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Give us, all those good characters.
Just
I think
don't
that would be great.
Just don't move Starfire over to that team because, I mean,
Oh, God.
currently she's not good on either team.
Yeah.
Until
right.
you start writing her better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Make her
mean-
better. I don't even care if it doesn't make sense. Just give her the green lightning bolts and a decent storyline.
Any other final thoughts?
That's it for me. I'll continue to watch it. I'll give it 6 out of 10 capes.
Oh yeah.
give it a-
Yeah, let's end it with capes.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10 capes. I agree with that. I do hope that we get to see Scarecrow in his Scarecrow suit. I think that'd be a good fan service.
I only give it
Right.
two. I give it 2 capes. Two capes.
I can't give it no capes.
Uh,
A
thanks for
10 out of
joining
10.
us.
10 out of 10 capes.
Hey, nice. Perfect score.
Titans,
You're doing
Titans,
great.
you're getting renewed.
I know.
I know.
All right. Thank you all for joining us today with the Cape Complainers.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
And check out our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel at the Cape Complainers. And don't forget to follow the mothership, at vinyldraftradio.com.
Nobody.
All right, and give us a like on the app. You can find us wherever. Download the app, and don't forget, nobody complains like a fan. Bye bye.